Hello friends, and this is the second part about creating the wheel from the ZIL truck model L-167. Now select the planet is plane here with the right mouse button. Sketch, Ctrl 8. Select the circle tool, draw it from the center and bring it almost to the very edge, like this. There. Next, draw another circle, like this. On the reference, this will be this part of the rim. This here is our first circle, and this is the second circle. Next, we'll add nuts here, extrude this part, pull it forward, and add nuts there as well. The thickness of this circle will make it a bit smaller, the distance between these two circles. Probably like this. Yeah, something like that. Now, go to Features, select Boss Extrude, and then pull it out by a distance of 10 units, with dimensions set to 8 by 8. There we go. Yes. 8 is just what we need. Turn it off. Merge, Result. Enter. The gap between the rim and the tire is still a bit too big. Let's make it a little smaller. Like this. Exit the sketch. Yeah, now it's fine. On this surface, I create another sketch. Ctrl 8 as well. We convert our first circle, this one here. This converts the previous geometry into geometry that we'll use now. Now we create another circle from the center. Missed it a little. There. Probably, I think like this. Next we struck it too. Let's see. By 1 millimeter. No, 1 is too much. At 0.3. Let's do 0.3, 0.4. 0.4. Merge result. And here we select which object we will join, which object our next object will be merged with. Here I'll check the auto select box and select my object. That's this disc. Click OK. There, the two objects have been merged. Now we go to fillet, and here we apply a fillet, a smaller fillet, 1 millimeter. 1 millimeter is too much. I'll set it to 0.3 for now. Just to try it out initially. No, 0.3 is too much. Let's try 0.1. 0.1 is just right. I'll round off here all these edges and also round off here at the edge. Now press enter. Rounded. Next, let's make the nuts. Sketch. Ctrl 8. Next, take the hexagon and draw it right here. It is approximately this size, just about what you can see right here, so you can get a clear idea of how big it actually is. We'll take the vertical relation, which defines how elements are aligned vertically, and carefully move it, then rotate it just a little bit to adjust its position. Like this, you can see the change more clearly. Now let's fix my hexagon and make it a bit smaller. I guess these are the kind of nuts we'll have. Remove the fixation and move it just a bit lower. This is the hexagon that we've got here. Next, let's go ahead and make a circular pattern, a circular array. Let's specify the number of instances. Probably about this much distance between the instances, maybe even one less. There. That's the distance. Enter. Now let's extrude. Now let's take a look. Aha. Yes. Our nuts are extruded quite high. Let's turn off merge result just in case, otherwise we'll have to move them somewhere later. And click OK. Alright. Now let's make the core of our, this part right here, this circle. Select the plane, sketch, Ctrl 8. Take a circle from the center and draw a circle here. And just draw it like this. Yes. Now let's check the size on the reference. Yes. The size. Yes, that's the size we need. Now we'll pull it out. Features, extrude, and base boss. And extrude it to 7 millimeters. 7 is really a bit too much. For 5. 5 is just right. Uncheck the merge result box and click OK. I also noticed on the reference that there are big nuts here. A lot of big nuts. Now we'll model them as well. Select this surface. Sketch, Ctrl+ 8. Let's draw a nut here. Select a hexagon from the center. Here's the nut right here. We've created our instance, which we'll be placing. Again, let's go and create a circular pattern, set the direction and the instances. Now, let's go ahead and specify the quantity. Approximately, this is the number of specimens that are present there. Okay. Like this. I think they're a bit smaller in size there. I'll indicate the vertical relationship. Verticality. And I'll reduce it. The center doesn't fit. Let me fix the center now. Like this. Let's specify the verticality as well. And also the alignment. Incident. Alright. Let's move it a bit. Let's fix it in place. And let's reduce the size. Probably like this. Like this. Let's remove the fixed relationship. Let's move our specimens a bit lower as well. Like that. Now go to extruded base boss and extrude at 0.8. Like that. Turn on merge results, enter. There we've created the inner part of the wheel. It seems to me that in the reference this part is thicker than mine. Let's fix that now. Edit the sketch or increase the thickness a bit. Like this. Exit the sketch. Now everything is correct. Only the nuts are in the wrong place. I'll move the nuts a bit. Ctrl+ 8. Move it. Like this. Exit the sketch. That's it. Now let's draw a kind of gap as if for the wheel. For this, create the sketch. Ctrl+ 8. M. Convert the circle. Extrude it. Yes, like that. And the reference is also quite thin. So we extrude it like this, turn it off. Okay. Now let's go ahead and make a kind of a nice rounded circle here. select the front plane. Sketch Control +8. Let's make our models transparent here. Alright. Let's make it even more transparent. Aha! Now I can see my element. Let's draw an arc here, leave about this much distance from the edge, and bring it out like this. Like this. Next, we'll draw a line downward, like this. Just like this, and like this. We'll remove the coincidence relation from this point and connect these two ends. We'll add a horizontal relation to this line and a vertical one to this one. Now let's make a center line from the center, like that. And we'll carefully extend our element to this line. Like that. There. Now let's remove the bridge here. And that's it. Now I'll do the rotation. Features, revolve base boss, and we rotate. So, what are we going to attach our element to? We'll select this contour, delete our center line, and select the line inside our sketch. And now we click OK. Next, the normal view. Aha! Now everything is correct. Let's add a fillet. Right here, a fillet, 1 millimeter. 1 millimeter. Looks good. Here is a sketch. Control +8. Now let's draw some hexagon shapes together. Like this. Here's the little hexagon. Let's set it to be vertical. And we'll carefully arrange them in a circle in this direction. Next, we'll select the outline of our little hexagon and set a higher quantity. They should be about at this distance from each other, which is just the right amount of space to ensure they are neither too close nor too far apart. Excellent. Now let's fix it in place and make it a bit smaller. There we extrude it. Also 0.4 value. That's too much. 0.2. Well, 2 is too little. So 0.3. We pull out the merge, disconnect it, and press enter. Just like that. Now, let's see what else they might have available on their wheel. They have a kind of ring there. Let's add it now. Sketch. We draw a circle. I noticed that my circle isn't centered, so some kind of mistake happened. We'll fix it now. Let's exit the sketch and edit our revolve boss. So go to revolve and check the sketch. Next, select the point and the edge on the center line and press coincide. I noticed that our line isn't centered. That's what the center line indicates. We know about the collinear relationship. Something is preventing it from being moved. Let's see what kind of relationship it is. Yes, that's it. This relationship was preventing the move. That's why our circle wasn't centered. Let's exit the sketch. That's it. Now our circle is centered. Let's create the sketch again. Control 8. a small circle. Alright, next we extrude it. We extrude it by 0.4. There you go. Like this. There. We check the box. But now let's go ahead and carefully select, for instance, this particular element here. Okay. Here is a sketch. Control A. We project the circle and draw a line in the middle of the circle. Like this. We'll trim and extrude. Probably a millimeter, no. A millimeter is too much. 0.8. Like this. Alright. For the third one, now fillet nice and slowly. There. Alright. And here we'll fillet around the circle. But let's make it 0.10. 0.2 is still too much. Or 1. Aha, 0.1 is fine. Right here. Enter. Now, let's go ahead and carefully select the plane. Sketch on top. Control 8. Let's increase the transparency for everyone involved. Let's select the circle. And here, we'll select to make a hole like this. Excellent. Let's bring the transparency back. We'll make an extruded cut mid-plane, and we'll extrude it like this. Okay, let's add a fillet here and here. Let me show you. 0.05, just as indicated. Fillets like this. No, I just made the holes a bit wrong. I'll delete it. I'll delete this one too. Now I'll create a plane. Like this. I didn't make an extruded cut, because otherwise the ring I wanted to insert wouldn't fit into this hole. Now I'm going to use another function to do this. Select the circle from the center and draw it right here, like this. Okay, select the circle and select the point, and in the coincident relation, choose it. Let's make it a little smaller, like that. Next, exit the sketch. Remove the sweep cut. Then select the direction and what we'll use to cut. Like that. Okay. Now let's add a fillet to the edge of the model. Fillets like these. Enter. Now select these two sketches and sweep without boss. Excellent. Now just make sure it's disabled and turn it off if needed. Click OK. Now the ring has appeared. Let's hide the plane and here the sketch. Ctrl+8. Select the two hexagons, create them here, then draw a center line from the origin. Select our hexagon, the little hexagon. Select the filter line and mirror entities. Just like that. Next, let's extrude. At 0:40 in the morning. That's too much. 30. Same. Well, 20. Let's set it to 0.20 and turn off merge. Enter. There we go. The wheel for the ZIL E-167 truck is ready. This was Alexis Stiffy for you. Goodbye everyone. Subscribe to our channel and give this video a like.